Good morning, everybody. This is going to be Nostrovini and his amazing 4 to 5 personalities doing the comedy news from the New York Post. And after that, some boxing news. But not all in one section, because we break it up. There's a man who's in pain from his sciatica needs rest sporadically. And then sometimes by the miracle of the Lord in space. The sciatica goes away from me. Dee, 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 dee. Sorry situation. And this is about the conflict between a little midget from Ukraine. He's a brave man. He's a Churchill of his place. But Donald has to worry not just about the Ukraine. He has to worry about America and everybody else in the world before Donald is the instrument by which God is communicating with you and me. He's imperfect, I say, but he's for us all the way. Donald doesn't want an atomic war, you see. It would ruin his golf game, yes, sirree. Oh, Donald is a man of peace. He doesn't want the world to blow up and go away, you see. He may be obnoxious, he may be flawed, but can't that be said for all of us all? Oh, now, little Mr. Kolinsky, or is that his name I see? He's a foreigner, can't you see? And I can't pronounce those funny names, yes, sirree. Oh, Donald, he has to do what he has to do. It may be seem that he's catering to Mr. Putin, but it's not true. If the old man Nasty Biden had been president when Putin invaded, Putin wouldn't have invaded in the first place, because he'll never know what Donald will do from day to day. Oh, Donald is our little madman, also not quite little, you see. He may be crazy, yes, but he's crazy like you and me. Oh, Donald is for us. That is true, and yes, because he loves us. Plus, he's a populist by Joe. Now let's see. Sorry situation. I hate the fact that the Ukrainians are being let down, but we can't let the whole world go drowned in blood and radioactivity because we have to do the right thing by you. It won't be in the long run, my friends from the Ukraine. E-pass for invaders. This is not about the Ukrainian situation. It's about uh, our invasion going on right now. The most important invasion we should be worried about, the invasion from the south and north and all points in between, in which are portraying uh, mayors who are portraying the country, by the way, and breaking the law and should be arrested with their sanctuary city nonsense. There should be no such thing as a sanctuary city. That is just letting invaders come into the country. We can't take all these people. The socialist thing that won't work. They'll overload the system. But maybe that's what the liberals or those who are behind them. There are a lot of stupid liberals out there, idiots, really. They can't do the math. Unlimited immigration means the destruction of the United States. The whole system will collapse. It's not about racism. It's not about keeping America white forever. It's about keeping America America forever and not a third world backwater. But the liberals don't understand that because they don't know basic math. You can't overload the system, idiots. Let's go to high rate of foreman. High rate, high rate foreman. I don't know what this means. I was in grade state last night. Well, reading my papers and really basically skimming them, my friend. Oh, see, oh, see, my, the groper, Mr. Grope. And I say that with affection. I think that was the only virtue was he was groping and chasing his secretaries around the desk. Although from what I see, he didn't have to chase them that strenuously, Mr. Cuomo. Um, he is at the moment going to run for mayor again. Now you may say, Vincent, or Gostrovini, isn't that a letdown from being the governor and nearly the president to be a mere uh, mayor? But he's not the mere mayor of a mere city. He's the mayor of the greatest city, or the which or once was, and still has a reputation as the one of the great cities of the world. Being the mayor of New York is a bit like being the president of a country. You get all the publicity. And who knows in this topsy-turvy, crazy world, as Humphrey Bogart once said, that things could turn and Trump and the Democrats could come rising out of the dead with my glorious Trump failing in these next 4 years. But don't count on it, evil democratic demonic idiots. Soros is going to die, the old man, and his family's going to take over. That the United States and the American people are going to soon see that Soros is one of the greatest evil men in history. Certainly one of the greatest, the evilest men of our times. He makes Putin look like a piker for what his goals are and what they eventually will be in the destruction of the United States and the Western world, which he also earnestly wants to destroy or turn into a slave camp, a Soviet style slave camp, a socialist style slave camp. They want Elon's email. Haig, who wants that? A Damon Democrat? They're being investigated, even Democrats. They're gonna lose this time. Oh, you're gonna beef his best beating up. You know what's happening? They're saying that beef, New York State steak, is not as good as some other place. I don't remember where, whether it's Philadelphia beefsteak or California beefsteak. Beefsteak is the best. You know why? So I say so. It's the end of the line for the bad people. That's right. Now the Trump is back. He's as good as he can be. He's gonna make things safe for you and me. All the crazy people that be picked up and put against the wall and have to take a bath. And that ain't all. They won't be able to push everybody in front of a train or take their machetes and cut them down in the place. They're gonna get in trouble and be put in the Looney Tunes for a while. Hopefully, for the rest of their lives, they'll be on a desert isle. They're bad people, nasty, and not so good. They're gonna have to be away. The bad people are gonna get it. They're gonna get it so soon. They're all a bunch of nasty, crazy goons. Yeah, almost gonna meet the hero to the United States. Eventually, that's his goal, is to be president. The man never gives up, and I respect that. But let me tell you something, Mr. Cuomo, you're not going to be mayor in New York. You know why? As I say so. You know, there's certain powers that be that against you. And you grew up those girls. You set up a fiefdom, a little harem for yourself. People were hired because they were good looking. They were retained because they let you, grab a little this, grab a little that. I didn't actually hear about you doing the hopey dopey with anybody. It was all superficial. Maybe you were not that good. Although I saw you with the new broad, and she's about 30 years younger. Look, I approve of women going out with men who are improperly inappropriate in terms of age, because I'm 65 and I have a bias. Of course, yeah, right on, Mr. Cuomo. But I don't think you should kill grandpas, grandmas, but you make a commitment to put COVID patients in old folks' homes. Common sense. Was it hit? You had some old mafia guy. You're gonna pay him back. Your family's gonna pay him back, but your grandpa got killed in an oak in Sicily. So yeah, so a few is collateral damage. Who knows? Who knows? I can only imply paranoid. Oh, you go. You're going downtown dirt bad. We talking about Como itself? One of his victims' families? What is going on? Classy apple pickers. Now, I thought this was about, the migrants coming in here and picking our apples and doing the dirty. No, apparently it's just because students like to pick New York as the gem of the country. In spite of what the Democrats have done to the goddamn city, these old stupid, they don't know. Well, they know they're in Ohio. They think New York. New York, what a wonderful town. The battery's up and the battery's down. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't know it's more like the song. Yeah, the New York, some of the black girl, give me the keys. The mulatto girl, if we're going to be actually technically correct. Now look at this. They didn't have Reagan because, the woke is the last, well, one of their bastions. We didn't say the last. They're not out for the count yet. You have to be, if you're in a country, one of the kind of war, you got to be black or brown or yellow or yeah, basic gay or transgender in order to get the Academy Award. So Reagan, that wasn't at the time. Reagan was a white guy, and most of the people in the country were white, and you didn't have gay people out of the closet yet. There you got them beyond other things. Not only they got them out of the closet, they're trying to lock you in the closet. What is this with the closet? Funding Hubble's growth. Funding to the government, nastiness, useless things. They're mostly promoted by the gay mafia. To promote a gay agenda and get us all transgender. Why do they want to do this? Why is the gay mafia behind everything? Well, they like to get behind everything, if you know what I mean. But they're going to fail. First off, they're going after children mutilation right now. That's not going to roll. People put up with a lot, but taking their children away from against their will, against the parents' will, that, pubescence, you're not going to get away with. Not on Trumpy's watch. He's waging war. He's a danger. The greatest danger the world has ever known. An evil so evil that even God is coming off his throne, the lazy bastard, and then he'll do some major work. Let me tell you, God is white. He's the alabaster bastard. He's the God of pure light. And you got him mad now. He's going to intervene. He's been like, World War II didn't make him intervene, but this, too much. What? No booze bar. Okay, well, we're gonna are drugs out there? What do you mean no booze bar? The marijuana people behind this. That's the whole defeat of the whole concept of the bar. What's this? Gay pride and battle? Paddles? I don't know what this means. And the gays are very powerful in this country. Very, very good. Cool. Yes, it is true. Indeed, true and true enough. Contrast of POWs are. How did we treat our POWs and how did the Russians or the Germans? Oh, this is the German POWs. How were they treated in contrast to our POWs? Well, the Western POWs, for the most part, were treated fairly well by the Germans, and vice versa, our POWs that we took in were treated very nice. Probably they had better food and living establishments than when they were in the trenches, certainly of the Eastern Front. Now, how people were treated by the Soviets and how the Nazis treated the Soviet spies, well, not spies, POWs, is animals would be treated in the most who were taken prisoner on that barbaric front did not survive. There was no mercy on either side. And the only mercy given were when you wanted former Soviet soldiers to fight for the Germans, and when you wanted to set up a situation in which you would have puppet people with the Soviets after the Second World War and into the Cold War. Ah, let's see. Uh, uh, North Korea was having a show for those who were foolish enough to visit North Korea on social occasions. And they had missiles, atomic missiles being launched, air raids and getting ready. It was a good time play with those North Korean children singing the praises of their godlike president or minister or whatever the premier is calling himself today. And boom, 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 boom. What a complete hermit kingdom is certainly a funniest of the kingdoms. Oh, a hellish kingdom if you would want to have a normal life. Ah, oh, hold on, Sukuzi. Yes, Miss Sukuzi blocked a pill that would protect female sports from trannies. They trampled to trannies, in this case, trampled all over women's rights. And it's all about men in dresses rights. And don't tell me about trans movement or the trans people, the genociding practices against them don't really exist. They're just Scientology with a quirk, a very deadly and monstrous quirk. Bill flags of symbols of terror, yes. Now, symbols of terror, active symbols of terror. If you want to wear the Nazi flag or the Soviet flag, go right ahead. Go right ahead and run around with them in some Mongolian head flag or a fascist flag or a flag of barbarians who did atrocities in the Dark Ages. Fine, but you cannot promote current terrorists who have terrorized Americans. We are at war with these terrorists. If you have a terrorist flag upon thee and you promote their agenda, you will be arrested and sent to the Aleutian Islands. And that's the least of your punishments. Yes, during the World War II, we didn't have the emperor's Japanese flags flying and demonstrations by Japanese against America. And all aid that Israel is giving to Gaza. They don't have to give Gaza the virus. Shooting ball? Don't even know what that's about. 100, there's 5 criminals, but 170 busts still on the list because they keep on letting it go. Liberals are the nightmare about crime that we always thought they would be. And in fact, they're Soviets because life and said and say we're not perfect. They and not a Soviet state. All the rest are legitimate, unless the liberal Z says they're not. Well, what are we going to do about it? I'm scared. The first thing, the most important thing has been done already. Trump is on the loose, and so are the patriots of January 6th. So is the instruments of government that are, most part, pointed against the left, and there are a lot of street fighting Trumpies out there of the age. You know, they're a little long in the tooth to kick the shoot out of the left in the street fights. Do your civic duty. Fight the left and hold its forms. It's all you'll face what the Israelis are facing. Knife terror in Israel, in which Palestinian killers roam the streets, murdering poor Israelis. We'll see you in court, yes. Liberals own the courts now, for now. But any judge who's a liberal should be disbarred immediately. Never used their harness. I never used their harness, I'll tell you that. Mel is queen of the hill. I have no idea who Mel is, but I know who I am. I'm a many men, I am legion, and we're gonna beat those bastards. Yes, indeed. People see us everywhere. They think you really care. But I know it's only make believe.